that Marvel Rivals Ranked is easily the best ranked system that I've seen for at least a long time. My experience currently has been I played Overwatch Ranked, um I played Valorant Ranked, right? Like I've played around in a lot of these games, and I do enjoy like competing, right? Like as a concept, I'm not opposed to it, right? So I would say that I am within the audience that wants a good rank system, and I think that Marvel Rivals is specifically and individually very good. Like it's very uniquely good in the way that it's done it, right? And I think it comes down to a couple factors. Most notably, I think that because there isn't a established meta, like there's not like, you know, you have to play this character, this character, this character, this character, right? It kind of feels like, you can be a lot more flexible. You can play different people you want. Like, even if you have to stay in the same role, no one character feels the same as another, right? And because the game's so new, like, there isn't anybody that's like a must play or a must play or a must play. And obviously, like, higher and higher on the ranked ladder, it's becoming more of a problem. Like, every DPS is playing Hawkeye, every single support has to have a Mantis, like, yada yada. But it feels a lot less prevalent because of how up in the air the meta really does feel, at least for a majority of ranked. It never feels like you can't get away with playing somebody, right? It doesn't feel like you have to, right? Because that was a big problem that I ran into with Valorant ranked, right? Because I liked playing that, but it was just like, gotta fill smokes. Yep, gotta play Sky for flashes. Gotta just it's kind of like you're being dragged into playing a role you don't want to because it feels like only one character really can fit that. And I feel like Marvel Rivals, you can get away with a lot more because of how unstable the meta is currently. Right? Like you can get away easily with like one tank, three support, or three DPS, two supports, or you can do classic 2-2-2, or you can do 3-3, right? You can divide it in such a way that it feels unique and it feels different, right? Additionally, all of the maps aren't horrible, and so it feels very easy to have like a real competitive game, right? Like there's no like 2 CP from Overwatch 1 or something that just kind of feels like it would kill a competitive mode. All like I feel like each version of the map, though I do like domination a lot more because I think attack and defense is a little slow. I think that each game mode itself feels very rewarding, even if you can't necessarily accredit that to Marvel Rivals. I think they still did a good job, along with just the map design itself being pretty rock solid, especially with the destruction that you can do. It feels very different and nuanced every time you play, which is always just like obviously fun, right? But I think even beyond that, like even if you take like even just like without the actual game part, the actual system in which they're measuring like the RR is so very refreshing, right? So currently I'm around gold one, right? I'm within that percentile, right? And I think the reason why I wanted to get that high, right? Because everybody has to start at bronze 3 this season. The reason why I wanted to reach as high as I can, and the reason why I still want to go for plat, still want to go for diamond, still want to go for top 500, is because when I lose maybe 20 at max 30, and that's if I was like doing really bad, right? But when I win, it feels like I'm always gaining, 40, like 30 to 40. It always feels like I'm ending on a net positive so long as I'm winning more than I lose, right? Additionally, the feature of the Chronos shields, which is like if you lose so many times, they give you a protection. It gives you a good like it's time to get off feeling, right? Or it's like time to take a break because then it means that when you come back in, even if you lose that first game, you don't have a rank reduction, right? You're not gonna have to take a hit, and I think that that makes it feel very nice. Like I feel like there's a lot of cushions to keep you in your rank, right? Like it feels like they don't want you to D rank unless you really do deserve to not be in the rank you're in, right? It feels like they are really trying to keep you playing ranked, keep you inside of the rank system by offering like a good incentive internally to kind of keep you playing, if that makes sense, right? But I think even beyond that, um, like I would say the fact that there's only three divisions is very very nice, right? Like I think that's underrated because obviously this game gets compared to Overwatch a lot, but like if you want to compare it to Overwatch, this game has, in my opinion, a much better system, at least for like ranked itself, because it's three divisions, which means if you're like gold, you can easily get from silver to gold within an evening. You can easily get, or like within like 2 nights, right? If you're really just grinding it, you know. But in Overwatch, you have five divisions, and it's like that's a lot, right? Like even if you're winning every game, it's like, dude, that is just ugh, all right. Also, again, it never feels like you're making any progress in that game. It really and again, it's not the way that it's measured feels weird. It never feels like you're getting like a consistent higher or lower score. Like it's very up in the air what you did right or what you did wrong, right? Because it's like, sometimes you get like guaranteed like expected win and that loses you RR. Or like even in Valorant, like sometimes it's like sometimes you get 30, sometimes you get 10. Who knows, right? Like and obviously there's factors to it, but it feels very inconsistent, at least between each game, right? One win doesn't really feel the same as another one. You can't really project how many wins you really need to get. But with Marvel Rivals, it's like a consistent, like you need 3 wins to get out of this division, and you'll need like 10 wins to get out of the rank, probably, right? It's very, very consistent that way. And then losing is also very consistent. It's always like around 20 to 30 with not like a crazy amount of fluctuation. And then winning is always like the same, 30 to 40. And you notice those numbers, it means that when you win, even if you lose, right, you'll even out to around a positive 10 because if you can win half of your matches, you probably should be moving up, right? Like and I like that. I like that, you know, winning more often is rewarded rather than or like winning half the time is rewarded rather than just keeping you at like a stall like stalled in the middle, which again I just think that's annoying, right? Because it's just so demotivating whenever it's like you win one lose one win one lose one and there's no progress, right? Because I'd much rather kind of have a little bit, right? But I guess to say more conclusively, I think it's just kind of it feels like they want you to keep playing. It feel like even though there is like the natural frustration of losing a competition, it feels like it's trying to keep you in it by offering incentives, rewards, everything to keep you going. Unfortunately, I am not going to be able to rock the Moon Knight skin because I don't fucking play that character because I don't get to play DPS. That's one problem. I've had to play tank every single game because people bitch about no supports in this game. No fucking tanks is a bigger problem. All right, you can win a game with one support. Try winning a game no tank. You can't do it. All right. Also, to any of you mongrels that auto lock DPS, if you're not dropping 40, I'm on your ass. All right, because I don't get to play. I don't get to play any of my fun characters. I don't get to play any characters I like. I'm stuck. It's tank, 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 support, tank, 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 support, tank, tank, tank. It's just that over and over again. It's like I like playing these roles, but fuck off, guys. Can we pretty please with a cherry on top get someone else, right? But again, I digress. My hatred of DPS players in this game will never necessarily cease to end. But I can at least stop talking about it, right? But again, that is the end of my little rant. I'm going to keep playing Mobile Rivals until my brain falls out, or until I hit top 500, whichever comes first. And right now, it looks like top 500 is coming up. So if you thought this was the last Mount Verizon video that I'm making at least 20 more if I reach top 500. So I will keep y'all posted. I will try to make another video at some point in time. And thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.